chance. He's helping his. Now, this is an example.
Down.
Once you get into the red zone,
it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there. Right? Like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's
turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his game. Myers connects on the PAT, and a route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Ryan will throw again. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The throw again is Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. Ryan to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Ryan. And now here's another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 7-yard line. 14. I'll go special.
Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They run it with Carson. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Move the team.
45, Mike, 45. Hey, defense, let's go.
Now a give, right side. Carson. Oh, he bowls over it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State.
Sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all we need.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They run again with Carson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Penny, a first down carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Here we go. Mike.
Go. Hey, wahoo.
Check.
Get up.
After the sack on first down, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now this throw caught left side. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nut. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Rip left.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He completes it to Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. throwing now. Ryan on first down. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Eight. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we are inside at 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. Fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys